Let's check the news one last time, and here once again is Michael Usher. Is anything happening?
No, not really.
Good to know, good to know. All right, welcome back to the show. Steve, Carell, Anne Hathaway still with us, but before we chat a bit more to them, I'd like to cross back to Hamish and Andy. We have them on the Superman escape roller coaster. How are you feeling, gentlemen?
Bloody great, mate. This is terrific. Great ride, good fun. You guys want a hot dog?
No, before you get on the next time, you look like you should wash the hot dogs down a bit. I have 2 milkshakes for you.
What is this?
In fact, I have a lot of milkshakes. So if you'd like to just down one of those before you take on the next ride, that'd be great.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Anne. Hope you're having a good time in your stationary chair with a hot dogs.
How are you feeling? How's it going?
Amy spat up some hot dog. I didn't know whether it was a vomit or not.
Not a bomb.
But then,
just a little bit of a stray dog. Release the hound.
It was at the top of a loop, and I came back and got a face full of it. So I'm eating his dogs now as well.
All right, lap 10, 15 hot dogs, and now a milkshake each. We'll cross back to the boys a little bit later on. That is looking very, very frightening.
Can I please make a comment?
Yes, you may.
There were at least 2 "that's what she said" comments in there.
Which was?
That was, "this is really thick."
Yep.
And "I've got a face full of it."
The face full of his hot dog almost. We should watch that back. I think there was a little bit of I think he had some hot dog in his mouth was probably in there, and I think one of them said he had sex with a man. I think that kind of.
Oh no.
Okay, we're ready to set them off again. It's that first one when you set off. Are you guys roller coaster people?
I like them, yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, the States have phenomenal roller coasters. Pete, what about you? Do you coaster?
Pirate ship, that's kind of where I'm at, to be honest. And, I mean, I just escaped. I had a toasted sandwich like yesterday, guys. Tomato in toasted sandwiches. I burnt my lip. So, I like to live on the edge. But I try to see. I love The Office. And last time you were here, I think we just seen season 1, and there was only like 6 episodes, and a lot of that was based on the UK versions.
Right.
And I remember you saying that series 2 was when it kind of a lot of the US written episodes. You must be amazed at, because that is now officially, I think, better than the UK version.
Oh wow, that's very nice to say.
The UK version is one of my favourite shows. But
I would never put us there, but that's. No, we're amazed that we're still on the air, frankly. We are. We did that first one, and the first one was an exact duplicate. It was word for word, the British version's pilot. And then we started to kind of find our own voice. But, yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a really nice group of people.
And would you ever host the Oscars? You've done a lot of The Daily Show, and Jon Stewart's hosted the Oscars. I think you'd be a great Oscar host. Don't you think, Amy, you'd be a great Oscar host?
I never thought of it. That's a great idea.
Because I do have some sway.
I think that is one of it's such a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Because if you're great, then you're just great, and they say, well, but that never happens. Everyone just sort of picks you apart. So, not that anyone's asking me to do it, but
if
someone asks,
yeah.
Are you asking?
Yes, I am.
All right, if you ask nicely, I will do it.
Stephen, would you host the Oscars, please?
Yes, I will.
You went to audition for Get Smart that you were quoting lines from The Office? That's what I'd heard. Like, you went into your audition and you were just quoting lines from The Office to Steve.
No. I'm obsessed with the show, but I really wanted the part, and I think that would be the most surefire way to annoy you, is to come in.
Gotta quote you.
To come in and be like, Pam! Pam! Pam!
Well, see, that's one of those things, because you read something like that and you kind of go, well, I don't know if it's true. It's like, I hear that you wanted to be a nun when you were younger, and every now and again you still kind of have this aspiration to be a nun.
Really?
Yes.
Is that true?
Oh, God, I hope it is.
I did want to be.
Please be a nun.
Yes.
He's hosting the Oscars, for crying out loud. Is that a line?
No, I did want to be a nun when I was growing up. Yeah, I haven't thought about it in a few years, but I think I wanted to be a nun the way some people want to be like astronauts or the president. It's like, it just, yeah.
What's the attraction? Is it the habit? Is it the possibly teaching well-to-do German children?
Suddenly this sounds so dirty, Cubby. I don't know why. You have this very peculiar slant about it. That's what she said. No, I think, and this is going to sound a little goody two-shoes, so pardon me, but I love volunteering, and I think I really like the idea of spending my life in service to other people. I really did like that.
And I have a fair bit of sway in Hollywood. Would you like to remake The Sound of Music?
How could you remake that movie? That's blasphemy. That's like remaking Breakfast at Tiffany's. You can't do it.
I can do that as well if you like.
Okay, as long as we can make it a box set, all the movies that should never get... Let's do Casablanca while we're at it. Maybe throw some Chinatown in there. I'll play the Jack Nicholson character.
That's right.
That'll be awesome. Yeah, see? They're horrified.
And you're now doing some stuff with Lancome. I was wondering, do you have anything in your contract that makes you, so you can't be snapped, with no makeup on, looking, feral, and you know how, like, you can never look feral, but you see the stars.
How did you know? That's like clause 12 in my contract. Must not look feral publicly.
What if you just go out looking, normal and not all made up and everything? Do they care that, they're not...
There'd be more pressure, surely.
That's it. I would have thought there'd be
Have you seen her without makeup? Well, she's still fantastically beautiful.
I'm sure she is.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a real world, though?
I feel so comfortable right now.
That sounded really awful. That's not how I meant. I just meant
I know what you're saying.
Really
a lot of people wonder about it, and while the glamour and, like I mentioned before, the pretty committee is a super fun part of the job, it's really not everything. So if someone takes a picture of you and you have a big zit or dark circles or your hair isn't brushed, it's just like you just say, okay, great, yes, we all look like this, and it's not a big deal. I mean, obviously, it's how you would feel if, like, a sort of unfortunate hairdo was featured, but my life's really good, so it's like if I stop and complain about stuff like that, really, I'm an awful person. So
but on your last film, didn't you all have a day where everyone had to look really dishevelled, and you all had to go out drinking the night before in the hope of looking dishevelled?
Oh, I did do that, yeah. I did it.
Thankfully, something that makes sense and is true. Thank God for that.
I did it on a film, and I was playing Jane. On Becoming Jane, I played Jane Austen, and in it she had aged, and we tried shooting a few scenes, and we all kind of still looked fairly young underneath our makeup. So we were just trying out ideas, and I said, well, what if we got kind of drunk the night before and we're feeling a bit hungover the next day? I think we'd look a bit rough, and maybe, that could a little tired and like we had a little less energy, and that's what we did. And if you've seen the movie, I think it works. If you don't think it works, whatever, but that's the way we did it.
There should be more of that, more drinking offset before you turn up on the day. That's what you should do. Do you guys, do you go out as a cast, like Forget Smart, do you all get out and hang out and, like, when you're shooting a film and go out and do that kind of stuff? Do you socialise?
The last night of shooting, in particular, we ended up, the last night was shooting in Red Square in Moscow, and we shot until 3, 4 in the morning, and then we just went out because our plane left at 7, so we just decided to continue. And we were drinking absinthe, or it was, yes.
That's what made Van Gogh cut off his ear and give it to a prostitute.
That's what I did. That's where I lost my ear, in Moscow. Yeah, that is rough stuff.
Do you have any absinthe? Can someone seriously, if someone get us some absinthe?
Yeah, $40. Because I
would do a shot of absinthe before the end of the show, and I'll make Hamish and Andy do one as well.
That'll do it.
That's going to do it. I'll personally take it out to them. All right, we'll see if we can do it. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Men, growing up!